You can't love me if you don't love yourself.
Jeremy Culver used to be a major character on Teen Mom 2 when he was married to Leah Meeser, but after they divorced, he took a step back from the series. In recent years, he has also completely disappeared from social media. So, what exactly has Jeremy been up to? Where is he now? From messy relationships to surprising business decisions, he's definitely been busy. So, let's get into it. Jeremy is still working as a pipeline engineer and traveling for work, but in 2020, he decided to pursue another business venture that was totally different. Jeremy actually bought a business with one of his friends. They co-own the Copper Pint Pub in Charleston, West Virginia. It was apparently a lot of work to fix up and get it running how they wanted, but it seems like Jeremy enjoys being a business owner. It's pretty rare to see recent photos of Jeremy online, but the latest pictures of him all seem to have been taken at the pub. Surprisingly, there's an obvious change in his appearance in one of the photos. Jeremy had kept his beard and mustache neatly trimmed for years, but now it looks like he's decided to grow his facial hair out. His goatee is noticeably larger, but not to the point where it looks unkept. Jeremy must be seriously busy with his engineering job and running a business, but he still makes sure he has time for the most important person in his life. Jeremy has allegedly been spending time with his daughter Addie whenever he's home from work. According to what Leah revealed in an interview with People magazine last December, she and Jeremy finally have a healthy, awesome co-parenting relationship. It definitely wasn't easy for Leah and Jeremy to learn how to communicate with each other in a healthy way, but Leah claimed they're good friends now, and both of them just want what's best for Addie. Leah and Jeremy supposedly stopped trying to reconnect with each other a few years ago. They didn't want to confuse their daughter by constantly going back to each other whenever they were both single. But Jeremy has kept the details of his relationship status very secretive for a while. Most of Jeremy's life has been super private for the last few years. There isn't any public information on whether or not he's been dating anyone lately, so he might still be single. But considering the rocky relationships he's had in the past, that might be a good thing. Jeremy's dating life has been extremely messy at times. After he filed for divorce from Leah in April 2015, he wasted no time moving on. By the beginning of June, he was already in a relationship. Jeremy revealed on his Instagram that his new girlfriend's name was Brooke Weir. At first, they seemed pretty happy and stable together, but a year later, an article was posted online about how Brooke and Jeremy's relationship was allegedly on the rocks. Instead of ignoring the article, Jeremy started posting insane rants on his Instagram. He denied that Brooke was insecure and jealous of Leah, like the article claimed. But then, Jeremy's expletive-filled post took a really wild turn. Jeremy shared that he was planning on marrying Brooke, but he didn't share any details about when that might happen. They weren't even engaged, so most of Jeremy's followers didn't take his claim too seriously. Not long after that, Jeremy made a bizarre announcement. In September 2016, Jeremy made an Instagram post that revealed that he and Brooke were about to go into business together. He said that they would be launching their clothing line, Culvert Wear, very shortly, but what he shared on social media next was honestly unexpected. Only a few days later, Jeremy announced that he and Brooke had just gotten engaged. They both appeared to be happy, but also incredibly busy. Between starting their clothing line and planning a wedding, the couple had a lot going on. But soon, it seemed like Brooke and Jeremy's lives were about to get even crazier. Jeremy stunned his Instagram followers when he shared a photo of a couple wearing pregnancy-themed Halloween costumes. He even tagged Brooke in the caption and suggested that they copy the idea for their own costumes. It truly seemed like Jeremy had just revealed that he and Brooke were expecting. A couple of days later, Brooke had shared a baffling picture on her Instagram. As crazy as it sounds, the photo was of a pregnancy test. But what was really strange about Brooke's photo was that the pregnancy test was negative. People were so confused about what Jeremy and Brooke really meant with their post. They didn't share any other baby hints, so it seemed like they weren't expecting after all. But if Jeremy and Brooke actually had been expecting a baby together, the timing would have been pretty rough. Leah had been claiming that Jeremy wasn't trying hard enough to spend time with their daughter, even when he wasn't working out of town. Jeremy's job kept him on the road for work more often than not, but he'd also been staying in Ohio with Brooke and her daughter instead of being closer to Addie. Jeremy claimed that he was doing his best, but it really wasn't a good look. In February 2017, Jeremy and Brooke's clothing line was officially up and running, but before anyone could actually process all the major life updates the couple had been revealing, they had even more shocking news. Brooke had broken up with Jeremy because she thought he was cheating on her with a Teen Mom 2 producer. Jeremy denied the accusation, but Brooke didn't believe him. Before long, they were involved in a ridiculously petty exchange on social media. Jeremy and Brooke ended up publicly airing each other's dirty laundry online. Their relationship had apparently been way more toxic and dramatic than anyone realized, but what happened next seemed absolutely insane. 2 months later, Jeremy and Brooke started texting each other again. They were supposedly considering getting back together, but in the blink of an eye, everything came completely crashing down. Jeremy had randomly run into Leah while out with friends one night. They posed for a picture together and shared it online. Once Brooke saw the photo of Jeremy and Leah together, she lost her mind. Brooke didn't want to get back together with Jeremy after that, even though he told her nothing inappropriate happened with Leah. But apparently, Brooke was so upset that she purposely tried to damage Jeremy's reputation. What she shared on her Instagram was unbelievable. Brooke posted a screenshot of Jeremy's text conversation with her best friend. In the messages, Jeremy told the woman that he was going to tell Brooke about what had happened between them. Astonishingly, Jeremy came clean and admitted that the screenshot was real. He actually did get extremely close to Brooke's best friend one night, if you know what I mean. But the full truth wasn't quite as bad as Brooke wanted it to seem. It turns out that when Jeremy met up with Brooke's friend, he was single. He and Brooke had broken up, and he didn't think that they were ever going to get back together. It still probably wasn't the greatest choice, but at least he hadn't cheated. Believe it or not, Jeremy and Brooke decided to get back together a couple of months later, but unsurprisingly, their relationship didn't last long. In November 2017, Jeremy revealed that he was in a relationship with someone he considered to be his true love. His new girlfriend's name was Kristen Blake, but just a few days later, they had already broken up. After that, Jeremy found himself in a seriously complicated mess. 2 months later, he started dating Desi Kibler, but over the next few months, their relationship was on and off. During one of the times that Jeremy was technically single, he made an outrageous decision. Jeremy and Leah had at least one close encounter together, if you catch my drift. But when Leah mentioned what happened during an episode on Teen Mom 2, Desi felt betrayed. Jeremy set the record straight about when everything happened, but he still ended up single. The next year, Jeremy and Leah allegedly spent a few weeks thinking about getting back together, but they ultimately decided to focus on co-parenting instead. For years, many people have wanted Leah and Jeremy to get back together, but it sounds like they're in a really good place right now, just being friends and co-parenting Addie. Jeremy has pretty much been staying out of the public eye, and it doesn't seem like that's going to change anytime soon. But now that we've uncovered everything he's been up to over the years, I'm curious. What do you guys think about Jeremy co-owning a business? What are your thoughts on his relationship history? Do you think he and Leah will ever get back together? Let me know in the comments below.